Questions to my Christian brothers and sisters. If Jesus is God, why was Jesus tempted when Bible says God cannot be tempted?
I hope you guys have listened to the video very carefully. Now, question is that how can Jesus be tempted if he is God? It was by God or just the devil being more powerful to lead Jesus into the temptation. So let's find out. So welcome guys to my channel. If you are new here, please do subscribe and share with your fellow being, and don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section. So let's try to learn. The idea that Jesus was intentionally led by the Spirit of God into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil is a theologically challenging concept, yet we precisely learn what the Gospels tells us about Jesus being tempted by the devil, right? Matthew chapter 4 verse 1. It does not take long enough to realize that in Christianity, temptations often come. We might wonder, does God purposely brings these type of tests or the wilderness temptation of Jesus as selective experience for the Son of Man? As we consider these questions, we will see that God allows his follower to be tested for a good cause. Christ's experience in the wilderness sets an example for all Christian disciples. However, we do need to understand the deeper meaning is revealed when we study the account. The Spirit led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted because God was making a clear point that his Son and his followers should understand that Lord's messianic mission, the Christ had not come to earth as Israel's conquering king, but as her suffering servant. Temptation itself is not a sin. Jesus was tempted in every way just as we are, yet he did not sin. Hebrew chapter 4 verse 15. Now, let's try to look at some point. First point, Jesus as fully God and fully human. According to Christian doctrines, Jesus is both fully divine and fully human. His divine nature is unchanging and perfect, but in his human nature, he experienced the full range of human experience, including temptations. The temptations of Jesus highlights his true human nature as he was subjected to the same kinds of struggles and challenges human being faces today. Second point, Jesus' identification with humanity. One reason for Jesus' temptation is that it demonstrates his identification with human being. Hebrew chapter 4 verse 15. By experiencing temptation, Jesus can fully understand the struggles of humans and offer compassion and help those who face temptations themselves. Third point, Jesus is sinless. Even though Jesus was tempted, he did not sin. This is a critical point. His temptation was real, but he overcame it perfectly. This demonstrates his moral and spiritual power as well as his unique role as the sinless Savior who could bear the sins of humanity. Fourth point, testing of Jesus. The temptations Jesus faced, such as in Matthew chapter 4, were also a mean of testing. This testing was not to prove something about Jesus to God, since he is already omniscient, but to prove or to reveal to others his perfect obedience and faithfulness to God's will, and to demonstrate that he was the true and faithful Son of God. Fifth point, victory over evil. The temptations narrative also showed that Jesus triumphed over evil. Satan's temptations were attempt to upset God's plan of salvation, but Jesus remained faithful to God's will, proving that he was the victory over sin, death, and devil. His resistance to temptation foreshadows his ultimate victory over evil through his death and resurrection. And I hope you guys like this video. Please do subscribe and share with your fellow being, and don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section, and many more episodes are coming up.